Good morning students, welcome you all in the class of History Civics, and today we are going to discuss the various types of motions. In the previous lecture I explained you about the different parliamentary procedures, and today we will know about the different types of motions. Okay, so first of all let us know what is meant by motion, by the term motion. So actually a motion is a proposal for eliciting decisions, for taking decisions, for gathering information from the government, or expressing the opinion of the house on a matter of public importance. So motion is a proposal through which the members of Lok Sabha, members of the parliament, they want to gather certain information, they want to discuss some matter of urgent public importance, and they want to know the government decision on the certain matter of public importance. And the main purpose of this motion is to draw the attention of the government towards various matters which are of public importance, and every question to be decided by the house must be proposed as motion. Whatever the member of parliament want to say, want to ask, so it should be proposed in the form of a motion, and this motion should be admitted by the speaker. Here the speaker's consent also matters. Once it is admitted by the speaker, then it is approved and the discussion starts. So first of all let us know about the adjournment motion. So listen it very carefully, it is important also, it can be asked in the part of long question. Adjournment motion. So the main object of this adjournment motion is to draw the attention of the house to a recent matter of public importance which is having severe consequences. For example, killing an IPS officer in a place of worship, a railway accident, sudden flood, sudden earthquake. These are the occasions for which the adjournment motion can be proposed in the house, and the matter proposed to be raised should be such that house is required to pay its attention immediately by interrupting the normal business of the house. And when the adjournment motion is proposed, in that condition what happens? If it is admitted by the speaker, then the routine business of the house is kept aside, and that matter of urgent public importance is discussed in the house. So this is all about the adjournment motion. Now listen the occasions when the house may be adjourned. So for want of quorum, if the sufficient number of members, 1/10 members of the house are not present, then that adjournment motion can be proposed and admitted by the speaker. When the presiding officer finds no business can be transacted because the house has become unruly, and whenever the presiding officer means speaker or the just chairman of Rajya Sabha, speaker of Lok Sabha, these are the presiding officer. So whenever they feel that the house has become indisciplined, then they can adjourn the house, and whenever the routine business of the house is over, and whenever the death of a sitting or ex-member occurs, then the house may be adjourned, and whenever the speaker finds it necessary. So these are the circumstances when the house can be adjourned. Children, now let us know about the motion of no confidence. It is equally important, so listen it very carefully. Actually what happens, the council of ministers along with the prime minister, they remain in the office as long as they enjoy the confidence of Lok Sabha. If the Lok Sabha expresses a lack of confidence in the council of ministers, the government is constitutionally bound to resign. Then in order to ascertain the confidence, what happens? The rules provide for moving a motion to this effect. if the house want to express no confidence in the government, then the motion should be proposed in the house to this effect, which is called a no confidence motion. Okay, and this no confidence motion is proposed by the opposition with the support of at least 50 members, and once this motion is admitted by the speaker, it has to be taken for discussion for 10 days. Okay, and on the concluding day, on the final day, the speaker puts the motion to vote, and if the motion is passed with the majority number of votes, then government has to resign. And one more important thing I would like to tell here, that Rajya Sabha is not empowered to entertain no confidence motion. No confidence motion is proposed, discussed only in Lok Sabha. Okay, now two more motions are there, censure motion and cut motion. So listen them also carefully. Okay, censure motion is a different type of no confidence motion. Actually, no confidence motion, it doesn't need any specific grounds on which it is based, but censure motion, it just requires some grounds on which it is based, and this type of motion is moved for the specific purpose. Okay, so if it is moved against the council of minister or individual minister, then that minister just can have to answer for the failure of their policies or acts they can be held responsible. If the censure motion is passed against the council of minister or any single minister, then they have to answer and they will be held responsible for the failure of their policies. Okay, this is all about censure motion. Now the next one is cut motion. So cut motion is moved when budget is discussed in the house and the member of parliament may propose then the government expenditure should be reduced by a single rupee. Okay, means कि by proposing this motion, the opposition propose to they ask the government to reduce the expenditure by a single rupee, and the importance of this is to show the disapproval of the monetary policy of the government. And actually, if this cut motion is approved, okay, in the house, it means government is not in majority. Then also government is bound to resign. So these are the different types of motions which I have discussed here. If any query, if any particular point is not clear to you, you can ask me in the upcoming live class. Okay, till then, have a good day.